Yeah. Mud on the boots, concrete under every fingernail. Every single person in my circle watching me fail. Before the story even started, before the first rep, before the iron, before the session, before every step that built the distance between the mud and where I stand today. Counted every coin for food and still found time to pray that the hunger would remain, that the fire would stay lit. Every session in the darkness, every grind and benefit, compounding into something that the mud can never stifle. Every rep a bullet, every session, every rifle aimed at every limitation, every ceiling, every wall. Mud on the boots and iron hands, and I refuse to fall. From the mud, from the cold, from the nothing, from the untold. Story of a person who refused to stay below. Mud to go, that is where I came. Mud to go, nothing stays the same. Rep a step from concrete to the crown. Mud to go, never staying down. Grass arriving, warm streams begin to swell. Mud to go, rising out of hell. Climbing dirty, climbing hungry. Mud to go, never empty. Second chapter, gym at 17, the iron cold and waiting. Everything the mud had tried to keep from ever creating, starting to take shape inside the early morning sessions. Every rep delivering the permanent possessions of a body and a mindset that the mud cannot predict. Every drop of sweat is sentence in the life completely scripted by the showing up, by the grinding, by the permanent refusing of the destiny. The mud had planned without me ever choosing. Brass arriving warm beneath the session while the streams start building. Mud to go, the only story that the iron keeps fulfilling. Every rep a staircase, every setting up the floor between the mud that made me in the crown I'm building for. Mud to go, that is where I came. Mud to go, nothing stays the same. Every rep a step from concrete to the crown. Mud to go, never staying down. Grass arriving, warm streams begin to swell. Mud to go, rising out of hell. Climbing dirty, climbing hungry. Mud to go, never empty. Third chapter, boardroom at 30, thinking of the mud. Every business meeting, carrying the iron in the blood. Gym still first before the sunrise, empire building after. Mud to go, the only story worth the chapter. Every scar a medal, every callus a credential. Earned in rooms, the comfortable found non-essential. Mud to go, the journey that the hunger made inevitable. Every rep a testament to something indivisible between the person from the mud and who is standing here today. Brass and strings and iron in the mud, completely washed away by the sweat, by the session, by the permanent devotion. Mud to go, completed by the iron in the motion. They saw the gold, they never saw the mud. They never saw the 4 a.m. sessions. They never saw the empty fridge. They never saw the secondhand shoes. They saw the gold, but we know where it came from. The mud made everything. That is where I came. Mud to go, nothing stays the same. Let a rapper step from concrete to the ground. Mud to go, never staying down. Pressure rhyming, warm streams begin to swell. Mud to go, rising out of hell. Climbing dirty, climbing hungry. Mud to go, never empty. Mud to go. Crowned. Drums arriving while the legend gets announced. Every single limitation permanently denounced by the brass, by the strings, by the cinematic swelling of a nothing that became a legend. Worth the telling, every rep a frame inside a cinematic journey. From the floor to the summit, from the code to the attorney of a life that builds itself when nobody is watching. Brass and strings and iron while the legend keeps on clocking. Every morning into something that the darkness tried to bury. Every session, every rep the permanent documentary of a nothing that the world had written off completely. Kettle drums and cinematic strings arriving neatly. From the nothing to the legend. From the darkness to the light, from the concrete to the summit, every session, every night. Nothing to legend, nothing to legend, that is what gets built. Nothing to legend, nothing to legend without shame or guilt. Every single rep, every legendary set. Nothing to legend, nothing to legend, nowhere near done yet. Kettle drums, brains, all combining. Nothing to legend, constantly refining. Building legendary, building nothing, building legend. Nothing to legend, up automatic. Second act, the orchestra arriving fully loaded. Every version of the nothing that the darkness coded into the beginning of the story being rewritten. Brass and strings and iron while the legend gets committed to the permanent record of the daily accumulation. Every session, every scar, the cinematic foundation of a legend being built from absolutely nothing into everything. Kettle drums beneath the documentary answering every question about how the nothing turned a legend. Every rep, the answer, every session, every second counts inside the cinematic journey from the floor. Nothing to legend, and the legend always wanting more. Third act, the legend standing where the nothing never dreamed. Everything is different from the way the nothing seemed. When the ceiling felt like sky and the mud felt like a rival. Every brutal session, the cinematic survival of a nothing that the world had counted as a footnote. Brass and strings and iron while the legend takes the quote from the nothing and transforms it into the conclusion that the legend was inside the nothing, not an illusion. Kettle drums and cinematic brass and strings all peaking. Nothing to legend, and the legend keeps on speaking through the iron, through the session, through the daily permanent motion. Nothing to legend, built entirely on devotion. Nothing. That was what they said you were. That was the starting point. Nothing to legend. Not in one session, not in 1 year. Rep by rep, session by session, morning by morning. Nothing becoming legend. Nothing to legend, nothing to legend, that is what gets built. Nothing to legend, nothing to legend without shame or guilt. Every broken rack, every legendary set. Nothing to legend, nothing to legend, nowhere near done yet. Kettle drums, bring, all combining. Nothing to legend, constantly refining. Building legendary, building nothing, building legend. Nothing to legend, up automatic. Nothing to legend, nothing to legend, nothing to legend. Legendary. Soul sample golden while the nothing opens in the story. Every rep a chapter in the permanent trajectory toward glory. Not the loud kind, not the red carpet, not the applause. The quiet kind built in the darkness, breaking every law. What the nothing was supposed to produce for someone starting from a place to comfortable would never think of charting as a launching pad, as a beginning, as a base. Soul sample underneath while the warrior sets the pace. From the nothing, from the absolutely zero, from the empty. Saxophone arriving warm, delivering the plenty of a future being built with every morning, every session. Soul sample is saxophone and iron in the lesson. Zero to everything, zero to the top, zero to everything. Warrior never stops. Every golden rep, every soulful mile. Zero to everything, work every trial. Soul sample dark, saxophone arriving warm. Zero to everything, through every storm, rising from the zero, rising into gold. Zero to everything, every story told. Second chapter, saxophone building warm beneath the session. Every zero becoming something through the daily lesson of the iron of the early morning of the permanent devotion. Soul sample singing while the warrior keeps the motion forward toward the everything the zero never pictured. Every rep a frame inside of life, completely structured around the daily building of the zero into something. Saxophone, the soul sample in the permanent upcomings. Summit of the nothing turning into everything deserved. Soul sample golden while the warrior gets the word that the zero was the advantage that the comfortable never had. Zero to everything, and nothing here is sad. Zero is not a limitation. Zero is the purest starting point. No debt, no comfort, no ceiling. Just the iron, just the session. Just a zero becoming everything. Rep by rep, zero to everything. Zero to everything, zero to the top. Zero to everything, warrior never stop. Every golden rep, every soulful mile. Zero to everything, worth every try. Soul sample dark, sets upon a robbing wall. Zero to everything, through every storm, rising from the zero, rising into gold. Zero to everything, every story told. Zero to everything, zero to the top. Everything, everything. Sample chop dark while the marathon opens cold. DMX, raw fury meeting Nipsey, every story told. Through the hustle, through the session, through the daily iron grind. Brass stabs arriving sharp while the warrior refines the mind. Every rep a statement about where the journey started. Every set a declaration from the permanently scarred. Concrete floor to marble ceiling, marathon delivering. Horn sample and brass while the warrior keeps on slivering. Through every wall, through every ceiling, through every limitation built on nothing but the hustle and the permanent foundation of the early morning sessions of the daily showing up. Brass and horn and iron in the permanently filling cup. Concrete to marble, concrete to crown, concrete to marble, never staying down. Every hustling rep, every marathon mile. Concrete to marble, worth every trial. Horn sample dark brass stabs, arriving warm. Concrete to marble through every storm. Rising, hustling, rising, cuffing. Concrete, concrete to marble. Permanent. Second chapter, hustle meeting 9 every morning. Nipsey marathon energy arriving without warning. Into every rap, into every brutal session. Horn sample underneath, delivering the lesson that the concrete was the classroom and the iron was the teacher. Every callus on the hand, the most important feature of a story being written from the bottom to the marble. Every hustle, every session, every permanent scar will find its way into the story of the concrete to the crown. Brass stabs arriving warm while the warrior burns the ground. Beneath the comfortable, beneath the average, beneath the ceiling. Concrete to marble is the only permanent feeling. Nipsey said the marathon continues. The iron agreed. Every rep, every session. Concrete to marble. Marathon. Always. Concrete to marble. Concrete to crown. Concrete to marble. Never staying down. Every hustling rep, every marathon mile. Concrete to marble. Worth every trial. Horn sample dark brass. Stabs arriving warm. Concrete to marble through every storm. Rising, hustling, huffing. Concrete, concrete to marble. Concrete to marble. Concrete to marble. All right. Yeah. Gospel choir humming while the story opens from the bottom. Every single thing the word delivered and forgot them was the ones who started in the concrete and in nothing. Orchestral soul beneath the session while the something started forming rep by rep in the early morning darkness. Every scar map of everywhere the journey marked us down as someone who would never make it past the starting choir underneath while the warrior kept on departing. From the narrative, the circumstances tried to finish every rep a declaration that the nothing would diminish into something gold, into something worth the singing. Orchestral soul and choir in the permanent beginning.
From the ground, from the floor, from the place they said no more, from the nothing, from the cold,
Rising into gold.
round the sky, watch the warrior climb.
never stops. Round the sky,
So below.
warrior, yeah. Round the sky,
Round the sky, round the sky.
watch the power grow. Rising from the concrete, rising from the cold.
Round the sky, turning into gold.
Yeah,
Gold,
yeah.
gold.
Second chapter, I am found a warrior at 16. Every rep a window into everything unseen. By the version living in the ground floor of potential. Quiet and orchestra delivering the credential of a body and a spirit built from daily accumulation. Every session, every scar, the permanent foundation of a light that ground the sky completely rearranged. Every comfortable prediction permanently estranged from the truth of what the warrior was building in the session. Got some quiet beneath delivering the lesson that the ground was not the punishment, the ground was the beginning. Ground the sky, now the warrior keeps on winning.
Round the sky, round the sky.
Watch the warrior climb.
Round the sky,
Paying every dime. Every rep a rung on the ladder to the top. Ground the sky,
round the sky.
warrior never stops.
Sky so wide,
Round the sky,
oh, so below.
warrior, round the sky.
Round the sky, round the sky.
Watch the power grow. Rising from the concrete, rising from the cold.
Round the sky, turning into gold.
Yeah,
Gold,
yeah,
gold,
yeah.
gold.
Third chapter standing at the summit, looking at the ground. Every single session in the darkness, every sound of iron meeting. Early morning meeting, permanent devotion. Quiet orchestra delivering the permanent emotion of a warrior who started where the sky was just a rumor. Where to go was just a story told to someone with a future. Brighter than the circumstances tried to manufacture. Ground the sky, the only chapter worth the chap. That the callous every scar, the permanent reminder that the ground produced the warrior. And no one will find a better starting place than nothing better fuel than hunger. Round the sky and now the warrior goes stronger and younger.
The ground,
Was never the enemy,
the ground,
the ground was the gym.
the ground was love.
The ground was where the warrior trained. Every morning, every session, every rep. The ground made the warrior. The sky was just a destination. Ground the sky, always.
Round the sky, round the sky.
Watch the warrior climb.
Round the sky,
Paying every dime. Every rep a rung on the ladder to the top. Ground the sky,
round the sky.
warrior never stop.